Good morning, everybody. It's 8 o'clock a.m. New York Eastern Time. I have the Dow Jones futures with the 733-point gap open up after yesterday's really big run. This is the Dow futures right here. When we take a look at these big exuberant gaps with the U.S. government buying up the ETFs, along with them behind the scenes, which is one of the biggest gimmicks in the world, and to be very cautionary about a second day run with an opening bell gap going higher up to resistance levels. So when we look here on these futures, it's a daily. So if I go and I draw a trend line on these daily futures on the Dow, I will show you exactly where it will go. So we got a gap that happened right over here with these futures back on 311. They came down, they came right up. We have that upper end of the trend line. Now, when we take a look at the Dow index itself, the Dow Jones daily index chart, all of it looks good and it looks bullish, and we have a 2-day gap open up higher, which this market and this bear market rally and the techniques, we have a lot of algorithms that are being used in the exchanges right now. Yes, we do. And high frequency algorithmic, we have machines that drive prices higher. Those quants, they run very fast. This is how you get upside volatility, mathematical upside volatility, and we're going to hit that wall of resistance. And let us not forget that every one of these types of bear markets that I've been in for over three decades, when we've had them, is every time that we do get these big rallies, and you don't chase performance, you don't chase days like yesterday, you can get yourself into trouble. We're going to let and see what the resistance level is. Every time you get these 50% rallies, 100% of the time they fell every time. And that's exactly the direction that we're going. And this is a daily chart on the Dow. So let's hopefully see when I show you the S&P 500, we have this resistance level that was over here on 311. And we do. And like I said, is it possible with U.S. government intervention about getting involved in the equity markets and whatnot? It's not a good thing for U.S. exchanges. It's not. We don't want them in here. But we do have resistance. We're going to take a look. This, once again, is going to go back to 311, where the high was 2707.60. Okay, and that's going to be where that gap down was. And that's exactly, we have alarm set right here below 2750. And once the upper end of the resistance in the bear market price and the big gaps, what we call gap open up, leverage up. So that's the S&P 500 daily chart in pre-market. S&P 500 futures, let's hope they're working. And I can simply tell you right now, as those resistance levels come up here, that would be 28, or right below, that would be way up here, 29.12. But we're going to be realistic in the short term. They're going to have some big problems, and the problems that they're going to have is a major resistance level. So let's really just take a look once again at this area. So we're going to go ahead at 27.22, and we're going to put an alert right there to go along with it at 27.17, and we're going to activate it. So when these markets go up with the virus headlines, you can't chase these kinds of updates because you have to realize who's doing the intervention and who's behind the closed doors. And you don't want to fight the Fed, but you can't chase high performance in these kind of upside volatilities in these bear market type movements that happen and what's going on in the exchanges and what the world is and the earnings season is coming. And, so we have the June 20th right here daily. This is the futures on the S&P. They got another 77-point gap right now, so to speak. So this is the update. This is going to be the pre-market. When the option pit opens up again, the prices are going to be super inflated. Do not get caught buying at the highs on these options because you would look for prices to collapse on you, and they will over the next week. And so you have to be careful that you're not buying inflated option values with these opening bell gaps, and the shorts are getting squeezed as well. Pre-market update, everybody. Super big gaps, 2 days in a row. Markets haven't seen that. You have to have patience. You have to have discipline, and you have to be willing to let the price channels show what they're going to do. And this is part about the discipline and the direction and the path that must be followed.